You are listening to From Ring to Veil.
I'm Shannon.
And I'm Kim.
And we are your wedding planning gurus.
We take the stress out
and put the fun back into wedding planning. Sports-themed weddings, episode number 152.
Are you subscribed to our podcast? We are everywhere you can find podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google, even YouTube. Subscribe. You'll find out every week when we release a new show.
Whether you're talking about football, baseball, or any other sport, sport-themed weddings are always fun.
Yeah, if you're into themes. They are
If you're
fun.
into sports.
We are here to give you guys some ideas from the beginning to the send-off. So we have scoured the internet and come up even with our own little ideas for sports-themed weddings. It all stemmed from Shannon found a bowling alley wedding, and she was like, we got to talk about this. So we're going to talk about that, plus other sports. All right, we're going to start with the pre-wedding stuff. Take it away, Shannon.
Okay. So the pre-wedding stuff is like your papers, your save the dates, your invites, the things that happen before your weddings. If you want them all to be combined into a theme, you have to start with the paper goods.
That's right.
So your save the dates. We found so many examples of cute sport themes save the dates.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter what sport you're talking about. We did examples of hockey, baseball, football, basketball, and bowling. I think that's where we ended it. We didn't do running or tennis or golf or anything like that. So this is the major sports, I guess you can say.
That's right. And when you say we did it, we have a Pinterest page. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, sorry.
Which
it's
will be
on
linked.
Our Pinterest page. Yes. So the save the dates. So whichever sport that you love, you and your significant other love, and you want to make this into your wedding theme, whether it be baseball, football, hockey, whatever. Use that in your save the dates. Like there's a really cool examples of like people holding like the football and they're hugging each other and they have their wedding date on it. And so it says save the date. It has the date on it. There's all kinds of examples. We have several.
So you could use a football shaped piece of paper and maybe it looks like a football or baseball or a hockey puck or a big bowling ball. I mean, it just depends on which sport you're going with, but use the style for your paper.
Invitations, you can do basically the same thing, but I've seen these really cool ones that are like, how you have the game tickets, like you're going to the game and they're tickets. They're awesome.
They are so cute.
You can make them look like a regular ticket.
You could even do a regular ticket size or you could do a blow up, ticket size. So like the full size of your actual invitation looks like a ticket. And it's got all the information right there, the date, the time, the who's putting it on, the maybe even usually on the sides, on each side of the ticket, like on the right side or left side, you have some sort of picture or icon or logo or whatever it is. You could even put little pictures there of you and your significant other. And you could just get really creative with this. I thought the game ticket thing was genius.
I've also seen game programs. Like when you go to the game, you get a program of all the people that are, playing and whatever, and they give you a history. So you can make it like a little booklet. The first page or the cover can be you and your significant other, have the date on there, we're getting married, here where it's at. And then on the inside, you can say, all the things that are pertaining to your wedding. Like
everything included on your invitation.
Yes.
You could even, if you wanted to, get into who your bridal party is and, things like that. Depending on how heavy it is. You don't want to send anything too heavy, but, here's the website to RSVP and to give us your food choice and, things like that.
Yes.
Rehearsal dinners. I think it would be fun. Let's say you're going to have a football themed wedding, but you're not actually going to get married on a football field. I think it would be fun to meet at a football game and have a a fun time with your people.
Yeah, but when are you going to do the rehearsal?
After, well, I'm saying after the rehearsal.
Oh, okay.
Then you can.
Sorry, I had a dumb moment.
It could be like a Friday night football game somewhere. It doesn't have to be a huge NFL game or something. Or you can meet at the bowling alley after. Just it just kind of incorporate the sport that you're incorporating. If you can, I think that would be fun.
Yeah,
you don't have to.
Or you can have it at a sports bar.
Yes,
and have sports bar food.
That's right. Hot dogs and corn dogs?
No. Hot dogs are fine. I don't know about corn dogs.
Come on.
I used to like them when I was a kid, but I hadn't had one in years, so I guess I need to make a trip to Sonic.
Yes, you do.
Anyway. Nachos, hot dogs, chicken wings, buffalo wings, beer, of course, because, you have to have beer in any kind of sport.
Mm-hmm.
So just, make it fun.
Yeah, make it fun. Bring the fun into it. And hey, you could even invite everybody over to your house, someplace to watch a game, play an old game or something. I don't know. It just depends on what you're doing.
Yeah.
Could be fun. All right, let's get into the ceremony because this is where I think it's kind of fun.
So you start out with the guest book. That's where all of your people sign.
Mm-hmm.
It does not have to be a book. We've seen bats that people sign on. Footballs, basketballs. I've seen a home plate. If it's a baseball themed wedding, you can all sign the home plate.
Hockey sticks.
Hockey sticks.
And you can do jerseys even for
Yes.
whomever you like. Have people sign the jerseys.
Or have one special made for your wedding.
Yes. That would be really fun with your new last name.
Yes, because they do make custom ones if you go to the site for any team that you want.
That would be really fun.
Yeah. The dress, that's up to you if you want to make it casual or elegant or formal, whatever. But it's a sports themed wedding, so
Yeah.
how formal are you going to get? But I did see a cute thing the other day on Pinterest, of course, and it's on our Pinterest page.
Of course.
It was a corset back dress, and she used a red ribbon to tie up the back of her dress because, they had a baseball themed wedding, and it was like the stitching for the baseballs.
That's cute.
Yeah, and I said you could probably do that with skate lacings too because they're kind of long.
Yes, absolutely.
So.
You could also, I'm talking for the women, you could have a puffy skirt, lots of tulle or whatever, and then the top be the jersey, or I guess, they would all be jersey tops, right?
Yeah.
To whomever. And then I would get it maybe form fit. I would have your tailor form fit it to you. You could even make it like strapless or whatever, just get kind of creative, but use a jersey and maybe have your new last name on the back or something fun like that.
So decor and flowers for your ceremony. I would keep it with more subtle with the theme than we'd say with the reception. So,
Right.
I wouldn't go all out sports theme for your ceremony, especially if you're doing it in a church or something like that.
Gotcha.
But you can use your team colors.
Mm-hmm.
So you can use, and they have flowers of all colors, so you can use your team colors and flowers. And, if you really do want to bring the sports themes in, maybe like at each aisle or something like that, you can put whatever sport theme ball,
stick, bat, whatever.
Yeah, on there.
Puck. I think that's a great way to incorporate that. And then I also saw the bouquet that you posted. That was freaking awesome. That looks like a baseball. It's mostly white flowers, and then there's the red flowers as the stitching.
Yes.
You could do that with pretty much anything that, I'm trying to think, any sport, really. And even if you can't do it with the flowers specifically, you could have something wrapped on the stems that would incorporate your sport of choice. I mean, really, there's so many ideas, so many fun ideas. Okay.
So your vows, if you're writing your own, you can add sports quotes in there because there's some, awesome sports movies out there that, have such inspiring quotes in them.
If you build it,
do your research. Oh, my favorite baseball movie ever. Anyway, just do some research, make them fun if you want to.
And then the seating, which you were talking about, the aisle markers or the aisle flowers or decor. You could even do at the beginning or of the aisle or flanking up there. You can incorporate some kind of sports.
Yeah, well, I've seen like arbors and stuff made out of hockey sticks.
Yes.
I've seen some made out of skis. You just bring your passion into it. I mean, if you both love hockey and you want to do a hockey themed arbor.
Yes, I think how fun is that?
Screw hockey sticks together. Put glue pucks on them and then put flowers on it. And I mean, you could make anything into an arbor.
Yes. And I think you should. And if you do, I want to see a picture because I freaking love arbors. But oh, how fun is this? Okay. Let's move on to the reception. Let's talk about the seating charts. This is where you could really, really get some very interesting, fun things in here. I had the genius idea of using hockey stick or hockey pucks with the names and table numbers on them as your escort cards. How you doing? How fun is that?
Or baseballs.
Yes.
Or mini footballs. I wouldn't use big footballs because they're expensive. Yeah. But the little mini footballs you get at football games, high school football games that they throw, you can get those. So you could put names on them. You could put anything.
You could put your wedding date, your new names, whatever. You can get those all custom made too.
Yeah. And so the seating chart I've seen where how they have the sports brackets like for like the Sweet 16 or whatever, where they have them all in brackets and they kept going down and down and down until, it's just you and your opponent. You can do that in all your seats. And then like, if you have like a table for you can end it in just you, so.
Yeah, that would be fun. And then they have will call boards where you go pick up your tickets. So you're basically walking up to your will call board and you look for your name and then you pick up your tickets and that tells you where you're seated.
Yes.
Seat number and all that stuff. Pucks and balls, all kinds of different things. I think this is such a fun thing. All right. Food.
So my idea, I mean, if you have a fancy dinner at a sports themed wedding, it kind of ruins the theme.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Who wants salmon at a football game?
Yeah. So I kick up the stadium food. Like now you can go into a stadium and you can almost get a gourmet meal.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, they have like tacos and nachos and burgers and like I know at Minute Maid Field they have a Torchy's Tacos and a steak and a Shake Shack. So, come on.
Yeah.
Well, who would want tacos and burgers and shakes at their wedding?
I think this is a perfect place for food trucks.
Yes. Yes.
It's kind of like walking down there where all the food is, and like a little food court type thing. Perfect.
Yeah.
Drinks. Have your bartender come up with themed drinks. Plus, you need a beer because, it's a sports themed wedding. There's lots of beer and it's got to be a light beer.
Yeah. It's got to be Bud Light. No, I'm kidding.
No, but yeah, you definitely need to come up with something fun, some kind of an interesting drink for your guest to enjoy.
Yeah. So on your cake, there's so many sports themed cakes out there. We put a lot of them on our Pinterest page so you can look at them. Like there's this one with the football smashed into the tiered cake. It's a 4-tier cake with the football smashed right into it. It's awesome.
I saw one like a Stanley Cup. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. And then, of course, you have all these toppers that you can get that are sports themed if you just want to do that too. So
decor and flowers. So many ideas. Ridiculous. Just look at the Pinterest board. Seriously.
There's hockey sticks you could use for, you don't need a full, because the hockey sticks are sometimes 5 feet long.
Mm-hmm.
So
you can get mini ones too.
Yeah, and you can get them cut down, but you can tie them all together where they're like in a teepee formation. Then you could put your flowers in the middle and have some hanging down. Mm-hmm. So you could do the same thing with baseball bats. You can submerge baseballs. You can submerge golf balls. You can submerge all of these things and put either flowers on top or candles on top. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. Mm-hmm. Just, bring it into your flowers. Bring it into your decor. Mm-hmm. I've seen it where they cut a football open and put the flowers in the football.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of fun.
As the vase.
Uh-huh.
So
deflate a basketball, cut it open. Mm-hmm. You could do that too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting ideas here. All right, so I saw a picture of, like you were talking about with the hockey sticks, but they made a cupcake holder out of it.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. Mini jersey table numbers. How cute is that?
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh my gosh, I love this. So for the bride and groom chairs, usually you put bride and groom, you tie something on there that says that. Well, then they put jerseys on the back. So it's like a chair cover, but they're jerseys. Mm-hmm. And they have, bride and groom and their number or, whatever you want it to say. I thought that was super cute.
Yeah. For your entertainment, of course, you have a band or a DJ, or you have your iPod and a speaker. Not that we recommend
band
that.
Or DJ, come on.
Yeah. Have your dance floor in the style of the floor or rink or field of your sport.
That's right.
Like have a basketball court, have a hockey rink, have a pitch for your soccer-themed wedding. Anything. Mm-hmm. Awesome.
And I know they make them because I've seen them.
Yeah. And
then your exit. Now you can use hockey sticks. Those are the best ones because they're so long. Bats.
Yeah, for your honor guard exit like they do in the military where they have the swords above you and they swat you on the bottom. Because it's tradition. So you could do that with a hockey stick, but don't do it with the bat because I think that would hurt.
Yeah, it might hurt a little bit. Pom-poms? How fun is that? Your cheerleaders are shaking their pom-poms for you. And I think you could also incorporate pom-poms in a lot of different places in your wedding decor too.
Yeah. Yeah. And of course, fireworks, because, a lot of sports have fireworks at the end of the games.
That's true. So. You could do a halftime show too.
But I don't think you could get Justin Timberlake to come, though.
Well, I don't know. Whatever. Lady Gaga. I don't know. No, I think that would be kind of fun to announce your reception as the halftime show.
How do you wake up Lady Gaga? How do you wake up Lady Gaga?
I'm thinking. I don't know.
You poker face. Sorry. That was an Alexa joke the other day.
Oh.
Anyway.
Alexa's awesome. All right, that's all of our ideas. That's not all of our ideas. That's all of our ideas for now for sports-themed weddings. Please check out the show notes from ringtoveil.com/152 for all of this stuff and any links, and especially link to our Pinterest page, or you can find our Pinterest page just looking from Ring to Veil. And you can see all that. If you are listening on an app on your phone, you should be able to see all of the show notes right there, and you can just click on the Pinterest page, and that should open up for you too. So 151 or 152. 152.
152. It's listener question time. Okay, so we have a listener question, as you just heard on the little jingle of me badly singing.
Hey, we could redo that if you'd like.
It's okay. It's real.
It's real.
Yeah.
We're real here at From Ring to Veil.
So here it is. It says, hi, first of all, I love your show. You all love us. We love you too. I found the show a couple of weeks ago, and I'm listening to the show obsessively. I am a bride from Alabama that is struggling to find the money for a day of coordinator. I know you guys always strongly recommend getting a planner and delegating. However, I'm a very organized person and pretty type A, so I feel that I can be my own coordinator with some delegation.
Okay, let me stop you there. If you are going to do this and you are really good at that, then you probably are set up much better than somebody who is not good and it was not a type A. And if you are delegating, great. So if you're going to do this yourself, please delegate as much as you can. Yeah. There you go.
So my piece of advice on that is delegate a contact person, especially on the day of, to help with vendor questions, because they always have them. They always need to know where something goes or where something is. And vendors do not like to bother the bride or the couple on the day of their wedding. So you need a contact person, to be the delegate for your placement of all things.
That's right. It would be so helpful if I had a checklist of things to get together before the rehearsal and the day of wedding. What to do at the rehearsal and any loose ends I may need to tie up on the day of.
So timelines are important for the planning stages, the week of, and the day of. Okay. We have lots of shows about timelines. And so we have some that you can check out. Episode number 4, of course, is our wedding planning timeline show.
Yes. Your DJ and photographer can also help you plan your day of timeline.
So that's episode number 38, Photography Timelines and Trends, and episode number 21 for DJs and how I hire them for your wedding and how to hire them for your wedding. The DJ and the photographer can help you with your day of timelines extremely. Because DJs go by what happens when.
That's right.
So they need to introduce you. They need to introduce your wedding party. They say when dinner's served, when there's, the cake's being cut. If you're having a bouquet and boutonniere, or a bouquet and toss or anything like that, they have to know when that is to be done. Your DJ can help you with your timelines for your day of if you're not planning on hiring a day of coordinator.
And even some photographers offer as a select optional service planning for you to help you plan.
So don't stress too much. Hopefully this will help you out. The episode number 4, you can print off the timeline of your wedding planning. And so there are many episodes you can check out. We have them listed here on the show notes.
Yes.
We have them listed on the show notes. And that is from ringdeville.com/152.
Yes. And if you're listening on an app, you should be able just to click on the show notes right there, and it will take you to where you want to be. And then even on some of these, you could print out the show notes, and it can help you with a timeline there. So hopefully this is helpful, and you are getting some really good advice from us, and you will be a little less stressed on your day of. You're taking on a big project by being your own day of coordinator, but I think if you are as good as you say you are, being organized and type A, and you delegate as much as you can, you'll be okay.
Yes. And if you don't feel like you can do it,
enlist some help.
Yes. Remember, you can reach us anytime by emailing us at info@fromringdeville.com.
Subscribe to the podcast, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, YouTube, wherever.
And until next time, no stress, no worries. Keep calm and listen on.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. You can find us on Facebook, From Ring to Veil, on Twitter, @From Ring to Veil, and on our website, FromRingToVeil.com.
Music provided by bensound.com.